everyone, welcome back, or if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Leah and today I have my very first Shop Miss A haul. If you aren't familiar with it, Shop Miss A is a website and almost all of their products online are $1 US. Some of their products I believe are like $1.50 and then they have sets which can be more, but individual products for the most part are $1. I do have a bunch of items here in this bag. I forget how many I got, but I'm going to show them all to you. And I have used I think almost everything in here, so I do have thoughts so I can share what are maybe some really good gems that I found and what might be some duds. To start things off, I do have some cleansers. I have two of each, so I'm just going to hold up these. I have the Argon Oil Sponge Soap, and these are $1.55 US, but part of the proceeds do go towards protecting animals against abuse. So it is a charity that they donate to. That's what that one looks like. And then I also have the Argan Oil Brush Soap, and again, $1.55 and same charity. And that's what this one looks like. The sponge soap is in the scent Serene, and then the brush soap is in the scent Breeze. They also, I believe, had a rose scented soap. I'm not a fan of rose scents, so I did choose these. And I do have some thoughts. So first of all, this is what they look like in it. This is the brush one and this is the sponge one. The coloring a little bit different. This brush one definitely has some texture in it. It's not smooth at all, whereas this one is very almost balmy and it's very smooth. I did not like this brush one at all. I didn't like it for my brushes. I certainly did not like it for my sponges. I just found it didn't clean my brushes very well. Even the ones that had minimal amounts of powder in it, it didn't leave them clean. Like they still had powder like stains on them, which normally come out without a problem. And then I tried to, I'm like, well, maybe it will work well with a sponge instead. And this was awful. It didn't get the stains out, and it was so hard to get this soap out of the sponge. I had to keep wringing it out and wringing it out. And that's the other thing that I noticed when I clean my brushes with this. I rinsed them out and they still weren't clean. I had to go back and rinse them out a second time, and they still, even after they've dried, they still feel like they have some residue on it, even though I rinsed them really good. Like, this isn't my first rodeo. I've cleaned my brushes many times, and this was just, it wasn't very good. And again, this is the brush cleaner. However, the sponge cleaner, which is the one that's more smooth, did a fantastic job on my sponges. It cleaned my sponge without a product, and it rinsed out the soap out of my sponge effortlessly. It didn't take a lot of extra effort to get it out. So definitely will be using this for my sponges. I used it on my brushes and I wasn't a fan of it for that. Again, it just didn't clean them as well as I was hoping compared to other things that I use. But for my sponges, I don't know why it was different for my brushes and sponges, but it really did clean my sponges nicely, and it rinsed well and it smelled good. So I would definitely say the winner out of these is the sponge soap, and I would definitely repurchase these again, the sponge ones, just for my sponges. The next item that I have here is the AOA Velour highlighter, and does this have a shade? Oops. And it's just in this black plastic packaging here, and it is kind of a pink opalescent kind of highlighter. And I was trying to figure out the texture of this because I'm like, it's a powder, but it feels kind of mushy and jelly-like, but it doesn't feel like the Super Shock shadows from ColourPop. Ignore the swatch here. This is the swatch that I'm doing. Today when I was doing my makeup, I did use a different highlighter than this, but I noticed it was the exact same texture, and it was the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. So if you're familiar with that texture and you enjoy that, you would probably enjoy this too. The Physician Formula one that I have has some glitter in it. This does not have glitter in it. It just has that nice sheen to it, and it looks beautiful on the skin. It wears nice. This was definitely a gem out of some of the things that I picked up. I picked up a couple of eye crayons. These are the AOA XL Long Lasting Shadow Sticks, and I have the shades Shimmer, Twinkle, and Yogurt. This one is dirty because I've been using it, but it's just like a champagne shimmery color. And then this is matte. So this is like this, only dirty right now because I haven't sharpened it yet to clean it off or anything, but these work really nice. I enjoy using shadow sticks as a base for some of my shadows instead of going in with a cream concealer, just because that can get a little messy. These are drier, they work well, they hold on to my eyeshadow the way I want it to. So far I'm enjoying these. I needed to pick a couple more up because I am almost out of the other one that I normally use. And so far, I mean, I've used them a couple times. I think they're working well. I'm going to test them out a little bit more. I had a little trouble with some yesterday with some shadows, but I'm pretty sure it was the shadow's fault and not these. So I will report back to you. But they did have a wide variety of these colors, and so far they're nice. I mean, they're not so creamy that they're gonna slip around on your lid, but they're not so sticky and tacky that they're gonna drag when you're putting it on either. They're a really nice consistency. The next item is the AOA Sculpt FX Contour Stick, and this is in the shade Sunkiss. And I'm not a huge fan of cream products, but I wanted to get a contour one just to, for those times when I want to deepen up my contour, and you know, if I have a heavier foundation on and I want to really make my contour stand out a little bit more, I wanted something like that. So that's why I have this. It works really nice. It blends nice. I think it might just blend away a little bit. I have to use it a little bit more to form more of a firm opinion on it, but it definitely doesn't leave a streak on your face. It blends really well. I just think it might blend away to almost nothing. So in that case, it might not be worth it, but I'm still playing with it. So again, I will get back to you on this one. The next two items that I have are liquid eyeshadows, and I had high hopes for these. I was so excited about them, mainly because of the colors, because I will show you swatches here from what they have online, and that's why I picked these ones. So I have Acid, which is supposed to be this yellowy shade, and then I have Sigh, which is supposed to be like this green color. When you look at them online, they had like that metal and kind of iridescence to them, so I was really drawn to these. And then I took them out of the packaging. They don't really look anything like the colors on the box or the colors that they had online. So I'll swatch a couple. I'll swatch these for you so you can see what they actually look like. They're not awful. They're just not what I was expecting. I was expecting something a little more different and unique to my collection, and these definitely are not. Again, beautiful though. So this is Sigh and this is Acid here. I wore Acid once. I haven't worn the Sigh one yet, but I did wear this one once, and it didn't go so well. I put it on my eyes, and I did my eyes first that day before anything else, and then by the time I got to the point where I was almost done, I was putting on my mascara, and it had already started to crease and was in the middle of my lid, was fading away. And I had used an eye primer, but I was like, okay, that's not what I was expecting. I was hoping it would dry down and last, you know, maybe half an hour at least, but I didn't get that out of it. So I kind of reapplied it a little bit, and then I set it with a similar colored shadow, because I'm like, maybe it'll help make that shadow stand out a bit more. I mean, it did make the shadow a little bit more vibrant, but nothing that wetting my brush wouldn't do. And again, the next time, and then when I looked in the mirror later, probably about an hour or two later, it was creasing mess with the eyeshadow even. So I'm not sure what I need to do to get these to work better. I didn't use this one, I just used this one. So far this is a dud for me, and I'm almost afraid to use this one because it's such a dark color, but yeah, we'll give it a try. Maybe I can use them as liner and it will hold up better if it's not on a part that's creasing all the time. I'm not sure. I'm always up for a challenge when it comes to my makeup, so I'm not going to disregard them completely, but right now I'm glad I only paid $1 for these. Shop Miss A does have a huge selection of brushes on their website, and you know, I probably had like 20 of them in my cart, but I was good, and I decided I just need a powder brush. So I purchased this one, and it is the Urban Studio Aqua Glam powder brush. And I thought it would be a bit bigger. I was hoping it would be large like the Real Techniques powder brush, but it's okay. I used it, so that's why it's slightly dirty. It's not super dense or anything. It's a nice brush. It's okay. I just wish it was a bit bigger, but it's nice. It was $1. I'll use it. I have a couple of brow products here. I did purchase the AOA Wonder Brow Tinted Brow Pomade, and I have it in the shade Medium Brown and Taupe. And it's what I have in my brows today. Don't judge. My brow game has been awful lately, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's not these products, because it's whatever I use that I have a problem with it. But these are really nice. This is the one Medium Brown, and I use it in like all of my brow. And then this is the shade Taupe, and I just use it like in the inner part of my brow, just to kind of blend from my skin to my brow, so it's not as harsh of a contrast between the two. I do like them. They're creamy enough that they go on and you can shape your brow, but they're not so creamy that they end up like up here or all over the place. Like if you touch your brow or anything, they dry down pretty quick. So I do like them. I would recommend them, and I plan on repurchasing them again if I have to. And I like that they come in a small pot, because I often find when they come in a larger pot, they dry out on me and I end up wasting most of the products. So I don't mind, especially for the price, that they're so tiny, and I think they're really good. Another item that I think was probably my biggest win from this entire haul so far that I can figure out would be the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Brightening, and it's just a loose powder, and it has a slight peachy tint to it. Not enough that I think it would show up on anyone's skin tone or anything like that if you're super fair. That's like a really heavy swatch, and then you just blend it out. And I use this under my eyes and I love it. I have such a hard time with powders. When I put concealer on, it usually doesn't look too crepey, but I do need to set it. And then by the time I go in and set it, it makes my eyes look very old and crepey looking, and I hate that. And this powder is beautiful for that. I really do enjoy it. I don't mind that it's a loose powder because it works so well. So I highly recommend this. They had some other shades as well, but this Brightening one is the one that I picked up, and I will definitely be repurchasing this one. And finally, I have some lash products. I did purchase the AOA Studio Super Strip Lash Adhesive. It's just a clear lash glue with your nice little brush, which I like. And yeah, I'm using it for the first time today, so I don't really have a huge opinion on how this works yet. It went on well. It dried fairly quickly, so I didn't have to wait forever for my lashes to put them on or anything like that, which I do like. I hate when something takes forever to dry. I don't want to sit there for a minute waiting for it to get tacky. This probably within 15 seconds was already tacky, and it didn't slip around when I put my lashes on, so that was nice. So I will get back to you on how well it performs for the whole day, but the actual application process with it was very good. And then I picked up three different lashes. I do have one set on now, and it is the Elizabeth set. So it came in a box like this, but it says Elizabeth, and it's what's on my eyes now. These are like very fluffy, and they almost give me they remind me of when someone has lash extensions, that fluffiness to them. I don't normally go for that style because I like something a little bit more boom and in your face if I'm going to put lashes on, but I think they're very pretty and I like them. And then from the same line, I have the Alexis. And then from the AOA Studio Premium Lashes, I did purchase these, which are, which one? They're the 3D Faux Mink, and these are in the version Brianna. So yeah, these two are more what I gravitate towards. They're more full, and that's usually what I wear. But I wanted to try something different, and for $1, I couldn't beat the price, and I actually really like them. And that is everything that I picked up from Shop Miss A. Let me know in the comments below if you purchased from them before. Have you tried any of these items and really enjoyed them, where I didn't? Case in point, this brush cleaner. Or are there other gems out there that you can share with me for my next purchase so I can go and give them a try? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.